Okay, guys, today we are going to start trying to design our own shapes in 123D based on what we've been doing the past couple of weeks. So take a second to get oriented with your 123D software. Remember, the right click can orbit around. You can zoom in with the scrolly. You can highlight with the left. All right, so let's use one of the shapes we've been using a whole lot this year. And what I want to show you is what we do not want to do. This is not what we want to do. So you may just want to come up here and click the primitives. See all the different shapes you can do. Now you might just want to click box and call that a cube. Make another box, call that a cube, another one, and one more on top. Okay, so this looks sort of familiar with some of the shapes that we've been making this year, but we can't do it like this, and that's because the 3D software, when it prints, it won't take it. You'll notice there's some lines there. It has to be exact. So what we're going to do, and you don't have to add these blocks, you can if you want. We're just going to click and delete. But this is what we're going to do, and this is what I want you to do. We're going to use the sketch, so come up here to sketch, and then we're looking for the polyline. So once again, we were just on primitives with the different boxes. This time we want sketch and then polyline. So click on polyline. Now when you click polyline, you'll see where it says click on grid, sketch, or solid face to start sketching. So find you a place that you want to start. I usually like to start in the bold lines. So click right there in the middle. So you click once, and then you have to click again to specify the first point. So I'm going to click again. Now, don't click anything else. Now you can tell it where you want it to go. So we know each block is 0.75 inches, or 3/4 inch. So you'll notice right now it's at 1 inch. We can change that to 0.75. We can actually type it in, or we can just do it ourselves. Okay, so click. Now we're going to go down again, 0.75. You can zoom in if you want. To the left, 0.75, and then up to 0.75. So now we have our base. Okay, now to bring that up, and guys, you're probably going to think, well, this looks just like a box. Okay, well, I'll show you here in a second how it's not. Okay, so click on your base. Now you're going to come up here to construct and then click extrude. So click on extrude. Now you see this little up arrow. You can drag it up to 0.75, because remember, each cube is a perfect square, to 0.75. It's a little harder to get to 0.75, so for these I just like to type in 0.75 and then hit enter. Now we have a block that we made from scratch. Okay, so go ahead and leave that one there. Let's come over here. Now let's make that shape that we made in the very beginning of the video this way. So you're going to go back to sketch, polyline, click on the grid, specify the first point. Now you know each block is 0.75 inches, so 0.75 times 3 should be 2.25. Click there. Now you know you're going to go up 0.75. Now we're going to go up oops, I'm sorry. So if you want to delete something, you just click on it and click backspace. Click on it, click backspace, click on it, click backspace. So I want to bring it up this way. So we're going to go back to Sketch, Polyline, click on your first point. So we're going to go up, .75, left 0.75, but now we're going to go up this way so that we can bring it out. 0.75, 0.75, 0.75. And guys, you might just be looking for the parts where the lines intersect, but make sure to double check your number, 0.75 and 0.75. So if you did it correctly, your base should all fill in like this. So now we're going to go to our construct, extrude, click on it. You know each cube's 0.75, so we're going to do 0.75. Okay. Now, I know in the first part of the video, we just added the blocks like this. You don't have to do this. Now, that's fine, but what I really wanted to add was a block on this backside. Once again, you don't have to do this. Okay, so this is the shape that I was wanting us to make. Okay, but remember, we're not going to do it like this. So to get the block that's on the top right here, this block right here, we want to put it on here. Now we're not going to add a block and put it on top. We're going to do the same thing we did. So let's go ahead and let's keep that one there for reference. So come back here to your main shape. We're going to go back to Sketch, Polyline. Okay. We're going to start on the first point, which is the corner here. So click, drag it, 0.75. This is where you gotta be careful. 0.75, 0.75, and 0.75. Okay, let's see if that worked. So now I have another square right here. Now with this one, I can come to Construct, Extrude, and bring this one up to 0.75. So now, zoom out. Now they look similar, but you know this one's exact, and you can tell there's no lines, it's all flat. Okay, now the last thing you're going to want to do is highlight your entire block, come up to Combine. We want to merge it, that way it makes everything connected. So we did Combine, Merge. Okay. And then the last thing you're going to do is highlight again, and we're going to group it all. Grouping, group. So now if we did it correctly, and sometimes it's kind of sketchy, it doesn't work. If you click, let's see, sometimes it might not be working for me. Okay, there we go. You just got to be patient. You can start moving it around after you group it. Okay, so if you had 5 shapes on here from your group, you could start moving them around accordingly. And if you want to get really fancy, we can talk about changing the material, the colors, stuff like that. Okay, but we're not going to get to that point yet. You can if you want. Let's see if that does. No, it didn't work. Change it to gray. Okay, we'll save that for another day. But this is what I want yours to look like using the sketch, polyline, and also the construct. Okay, once again, do not just add blocks and call that your shape. Okay, that's not what we're doing. This is how we want it to look. All right, when you're finished, go ahead and take a snippet, and then you're going to copy and paste your snip into your Google Doc. All right, let me know if you have any questions, guys. Good job.